Guys, welcome back to another edition of the Call Up Podcast. It's your boy Kenny, and I got a special guest with me this week. You see him every Thursday on Access TV. He is the superstar of Impact Wrestling. His name is Rich Swann. Rich, what is going on, my friend?
Nothing much. They called your boy up.
Let's go, man. I
They
was so
called your
excited.
boy up. Hey, thank you, man. Myself
Man,
as
I was
well.
so excited to have you on the show when I was like asking, like, man, who is somebody that I want to interview? And I was like, I seen Rich Swann there, and I was like, I have to interview this guy. I've been a big fan of yours for a very long time. So when I told listeners that you were coming on, they were super excited, and they had a lot of questions to ask you. Bound for Glory is less than a week away, and you are in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. What is the strategy going into this? Like, you have so many different guys going in. So, like, what do you plan on doing?
You know, I wouldn't unveil my strategy completely, but one thing I can say is this. It's been a very long time since I've had an opportunity at World Championship Gold. And no offense to Willie Mack, if I was able to win that Call Your Shot Gauntlet, I would definitely love to call my shot at whoever was to be the world champion out of Josh Alexander and Christian Cage. And just that simple fact of because once you reach the top of the mountaintop, you just want to climb to the very top because once you get that view and you get knocked down, you want to keep on climbing just to get that view again. You know what I'm saying? And man, my strategy just going out there. Everybody knows my heart. They know my integrity. They know my charisma. They know my athleticism, my ability, my agility, and my aggressiveness. And it doesn't matter how big or how small, how wide, how skinny, how fat, how tall. I'm going to bring the fight that nobody is willing to take because it is coming with some heat, baby.
Let's go. So you speak about being on the mountaintop and just, being Impact World Champion. Take us back to that time. How was the feeling when the referee just counted to 3 and you were proclaimed as the Impact Champion?
You know, it's something that I'll never forget because people had told me that, hey, brother, you're probably not just regular people. Well, let me rephrase that. The doctors, the people that had the pin, the officials, they told me, hey, brother, you're probably not going to be able to wrestle again, let alone walk the same way with the injury that I had. And, 7.5, 8 months later, here I am coming back and in the main event of one of the biggest pay-per-views in my industry and professional wrestling, and I'm winning the world championship. That's something that nobody will ever be able to take away from me because I feel like that was the ultimate. Um, what's the way I can best put it? The ultimate way to shut up the naysayers that said that I could never do this and I can't do something, even world professional. So it's something I tip my hat off to, and the people at home that were watching, I know they was up there in spirit, cheering all of us on.
Oh, we definitely, everybody, on TV was definitely cheering. I was very excited to see when you won that title. Impact Wrestling has been growing by the month. You guys have been getting so many different stars walk through this door and wanted to be a part of Impact. How excited are you to see these fresh faces and have more opportunities to have even like bigger matches that you've been having as of late?
It's always something that's special when you see fresh faces come in, or familiar faces. And all that means is a couple of things. It means fresh faces means fresh matchups. Fresh matchups means more excitement. More excitement means more people are paying attention. And more people paying attention to the Impact product means we all prosper, we all come out flying, we all come out on top. And the number one goal is for all of us to make professional wrestling as fun and as awesome as it can possibly be and the most enjoyable. And when you see people coming in and out, and with the forbidden door, not only do you get fresh faces that come in, you're getting talent trading from all different parts of the world now, especially with the borders being able to be opened up. You can see New Japan guys going to Impact Wrestling. You can see Impact Wrestling guys going to New Japan. You can see AEW guys coming to Impact and vice versa. Like we mentioned before, I kind of helped kick open the forbidden door with Kenny and myself,
Mm-hmm.
um, and now it just brings this super excitement to professional wrestling that has been lacking for a very long time.
So you speak about the Forbidden Door
Yes,
and
sir.
all the fresh faces that have been stepping through this door. You mentioned Kenny Omega. I love the working relationship that Impact is having with New Japan and AEW. So, who are some other faces that you want to see walk through that Impact zone and step into the ring, and you can call your shot against them?
Yeah, you talk about forbidden doors, and you think about some of the guys that I've been in the ring with. One person that I would like to get in that ring with and cross paths with is Will Ospreay, somebody that I've seen, from a young kid grow up from somebody who was doing all of Ricochet's moves to somebody that turned into a natural born 100% God gifted superstar. And he's a natural athlete. And, when I wrestled Will Ospreay those couple times back then, like I said, he was a young kid. Now he's one of the best in the world. And to see where he's come, I'd like to test myself because he's somebody that, I look at and I'm like, man, am I even on that level? Like, God dang. But, that's somebody I would like to see come through those doors.
Oh man, I think the fans will love to see that matchup, and it was something definite that will be a 5-star match that will be, like a match of the year contendership at least,
I appreciate
Um,
that.
but Rich, like I said, man, I'm so glad you came on the show. So before I let you go, I have a little game that I like to play.
Yeah,
It's 5 questions. You can answer them as quickly as you want. You can take your time. They're very fun questions to ask, and they're called Before You Go. Are you
sweet
ready?
deal. I'm ready. I'm always ready.
All right. You are a man of many dance moves.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Mr. Rich Swann, what are your top 3 songs that gets you hyped before a match?
Top three songs that get me hyped before a match. Oh man. So this one's about to sound crazy. Ricochet and I, when we were younger in our younger days, we would always be at the clubs dancing. And at the time, there was this song by Enrique Iglesias called "Baby I Like It," and we used to cut the rug to that. And oh man, before I was a married man, we were, all the ladies were flocking. But that's one song that I like to get hype to. Another one is All Eyes on Me by Tupac.
Great
Um,
choice.
yes, sir. And then another one would have to be Alice in Chains, Man in a Box.
Oof.
Yeah, I've always loved that song. Um, then yeah, those are my three songs.
Okay. Next question. What is the worst travel story you've had so far?
Oh man, my worst travel story so far would possibly have to be. It's probably my worst, but yet my best at the same time. Uh, because it's something about when you're cutting your teeth and the grassroots that you love uh, that you just wouldn't change it for the world. But it would probably be flying over to Japan with Johnny Gargano and Chuck Taylor. We were stable in Dragon Gate to USA called Ronin. And this was our all of our first tours. Well, Chuck Taylor's second tour, but Johnny and I's first tour over to Japan, and we're about to debut to Corkin. And I was 19 years old, and I flew over from Baltimore, Maryland to Japan with
Oof,
$10 in my pocket. And
that's
we were
that's an
there.
adventure.
Yeah, we were there for 2 weeks, or well, supposed to be there for 2 weeks. But the kicker is the first, like, we get there the first night, we debut at Corkin Hall. It's a freaking blast. Um, we're there the next couple days. We do a couple shows, and then out of nowhere, the tsunami slash earthquake hit. So we were
Oh,
caught in the middle of that.
oh my
Like,
god.
that was nuts. I was stranded in Japan for a little bit. And finally, Dragon Gate, they had to send us home because it was a state of emergency.
Hmm.
So, it was uh, all types of, hectic, like, trouble. So, like, since I didn't get to do the full tour,
Hmm.
I basically left Japan with the same amount of money I came in
Oh
with.
man.
$10 in
Oh
my
my
pocket.
god. Oh
Because
man,
there's a
that is the
couple of
worst.
yeah, because there's a couple of days like
Uh-huh.
I was eating. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and then, bro, like, literally, and then we were stuck in the airport for about another good, like, 24, like, maybe 30 some hours.
Hmm.
Oh my God. It
No,
was nuts.
I would
Yeah.
never complain about being stuck at an airport after hearing this.
Yeah. It was pretty hectic, but we all go through it.
Oh man. Next question. Who is the funniest person backstage?
Man, the funniest person backstage. Man, it'd probably be a toss up between Doc Gallows. It'd probably be a toss up between like Doc Gallows and maybe, man, John Schuyler. Like, they're pretty funny. Doc Gallows, just because of all of his impersonations. Like, the dude, he is a hoot. If you guys ever get to check out any of uh, the Good Brothers um, podcast, or like their live showings, anytime they're in an area where there's a bar, uh, those guys are out there. They're out there performing and out there doing comedy and telling stories. Also, I cannot leave out of the hat Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. Those two are also very funny. And they also, too, as well, with the Major Brothers podcast,
Hmm.
and they're starting to travel that around. And that will also be in Vegas on the
Oh yeah.
Friday before Bound for Glory. So, guys, go ahead on and check that out. But
Hmm.
those are the funniest guys on the roster.
Okay. Next question I have for you is: what's a hidden talent that not so many people know about you?
Um, a hidden talent that maybe if you followed my career and you know me, you know that I'm a pretty decent acoustic guitar, or guitar player in general, and I don't read music. How I learn how to play music is I listen to the song, and I can pick
Mm.
up the song within 30 seconds to a minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah, any song.
Okay. Last question I have for you is: name three of your favorite snacks.
Reese's,
Good
Sun
choice.
Chips,
Okay.
Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips. Um, Damn, and this last one, oh man. Uh, It would probably be some RVD leveled Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
That's
Gotta try it. I have to try those out.
hell yeah. Oh yeah. Some of them Sour Patch Kids. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rich, thank you so much for coming on and entertaining us and answering some questions that a lot of the listeners had. Bound for Glory is next week, guys, so check it out. Or if you can't check out Bound for Glory, at least check the man out every single Thursday. Rich, is there any closing words that you want to leave your fans with?
And all I got to say is, like we said, please go out of your way to check out Bound for Glory because you just never know what you're going to see when it comes to the action that Impact Wrestling is producing. And like we said, you're not only going to get a little taste of what Impact is going to bring, but we also got a little sample of New Japan. We're going to have a little sample of AEW. And you never know what other person is coming from what other company. We could probably have somebody from that was from New York come up here to good old Vegas. We could probably have somebody that has a little bit of honor filled into their soul come and make an impact at Bound for Glory. Hell, we got people all over the world that are wanting to come and make an impact. And all you got to do is check it out. 10 o'clock, baby. Get ready to be bound for glory.
Guys, if you are not hyped about that, I don't know what else is going to get you hyped. Guys,
That's
let's give it up one more time for Impact Wrestling superstar Rich Swann.
Gracias.